Hey guys, welcome to episode number 10 of Waterdeep Dragonheist. I am Caboose, your DM for the evening. One of our players will be missing for the evening. However, we will still carry on, and they'll be able to catch up with VOD next week. So, last time, you all managed to hire a cook slash manager, going by the name of Annabelle. The halfling woman came, try it out for you guys. I threw a lot of stuff at you guys that you weren't quite sure about a lot of it that you even needed running the restaurant. She helped you guys with developing, or is currently helping you guys with developing a menu, getting all the licensing set up, which you guys have already done, and getting regular shipments and everything settled. She has also said that she will come and cook dinner for this evening. For you all, which is what you guys are currently heading back to the house to do. However, before that, you all gathered up, taking the Nimblewright detector and made your way around town, all the way around town, before eventually finding out it was 2 blocks away from your house the entire time. Upon that realization, you all, went back home as it was middle of the afternoon, settled in for the evening, and made your way back the next day, waking up in the morning to Rainier at your door, letting you know about the dwarf that had come visit you, and that he belonged to a part of his father's spy network that was still inside of the city. And his main job was originally tracking Rainier's movements. However, upon hearing some rumors that there was a chance that he had the Stone of Galore, Rainier quickly realized that he was probably bringing it to you all for safekeeping. And of course, during that was killed, and was Stone of Galore was taken. So, this all led you to the house of, I apologize, let me, Galtrude, right? No, Growlhund, that's right. The Lord and Lady Growlhund's villa. As you arrived to guards surrounding the house, as apparently the villa had been attacked the night before. As you quickly made your way inside, you found, back up. One of the investigators that was helping Barnabas came and told you about this. As you guys arrived at the villa, however, you did find that was definitely true, as there was corpses littering the area, there was bloodstains in many of the rooms, and the scene was being wrapped up. During this, you all did schedule a meeting with Miss Growlhund, where she recounted you the tale of everything that had happened. A lot of things in the situation didn't add up to you all. As you addressed this with her, she asked you to leave kindly, as she felt that she was being insulted, as she was being called a liar. And you all kindly left the premises, making a couple of notes on the way out, and made your way back to Troll Skull Manor, where you're currently arriving, shortly before dinner time. So, you may discuss anything that you would like to.
I mean, if you don't want to be called a liar, maybe try not being a liar.
Yeah.
You guys are arriving home probably around 3-ish in the afternoon, after everything in the morning. Actually, well, you guys went there pretty early. Forgot about that. You guys are probably arriving back home around like noonish then. So you have a while before dinner.
Well, probably after having lunch, I'll probably go work on the forge for a bit.
Right.
And then head back to pick up my enchantment order.
All right. You can definitely do
Uh-oh.
that. Ezra, if you want to go ahead and give me a roll for last session, since you let me know what you want to do, go ahead and give me 2 Arcana rolls.
Ignore
The one
last
does not
I
count.
Yeah, it was lagging, so I clicked it again.
You're good. You're good. Yeah, you got 2 successful casts into the spell scroll. With the 2 warlock slots that you have, so that way you could take a rest before you guys went made your way to do other business. So, yeah. So if you would like to continue that today, you can do that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So as you arrived the day before, he did have a little bit of work for you. Just kind of, again, he's reorganizing the entire store at this point. So he did pay you about 5 gold for the day before, just for the work on everything. You know, it would cast for a level 2 spell. It takes a success of 5 successful rolls at a 9. So you can go ahead and roll as many spell slots as you would want to into the scroll.
Well, I can only do 2 again, so...
I wasn't sure if you got more spells at level 4.
Nope. I got another spell, not more spell slot.
One of those being a success. And you can chalk that up to 3 out of 5. Is there anything else you would like to do?
After that, I would go and rest to get my spells back.
All right. And the rest of you guys, anything you guys are doing?
I'm gonna go to the store that Azra's working at to check in to see if the cipher guy's here or not.
Oh, yep. You can do that. You check in on the cipher guy who was working on the druid book. Let me go ahead and pull that up real quick. Did I give you names for the 2 people that were coming to look at it? I don't think I did.
No, I don't think he did.
Okay.
No, wait, you did. Victor Shorthair and Ashlar Greymane.
Okay. I did, and they're somewhere on my notes that I don't know where they are. Alright. Apologies. Can you repeat those names back to me?
Victor Shorthair and Ashlar Greymane.
Victor Shorthair was a halfling, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, Ashlar is tiefling.
Yeah. Thank you. Apologize about that. I don't know where those went in my notes. Yeah, whatever. I'll find them later. So, when you arrive, neither of them is there. However, the Dragonborn, I was able to get them to look through the book, though. They're working on it. It will take some time. It is quite a lot of things to go through.
Yes, I understand.
However, what they have discovered over time is that it should be something that will be fairly easy to translate into more common druidic. I believe that there's actually some sort of incantation on the book itself that actually hides the languages behind it. So it's merely a aspect of finding what it is.
Hmm. Yeah, that's interesting. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Of course.
I guess I'll check back in another few days, I guess. Yeah.
I mean, you can check back in. If you want to try some things out on it yourself as well. We're pretty sure it's something from druidic spell knowledge, but we're just not sure what it is.
I'll see if I have anything.
Sure. Would you like to take a look at the book to see if you can figure it out?
Yeah.
Go ahead and give me a go ahead and give me a nature check.
I'm supposed to be good at those.
Okay. Feeling through the book, knowing that you're looking for druidic magic, specifically, you can't quite figure out what spell it is. It definitely feels, knowing that information, it definitely feels like something, that would be not entirely basic magic. So you're definitely looking at, for layman's terms, something that would take a spell slot. It's definitely not a cantrip.
Okay.
And you feel like it's something. You feel like it is something. I'm trying to think of the best way to phrase this. Sick. Let me look at the school of magic of one of the spells real quick. You feel like it's something that's divination based. So, that is the two leads that you get from that.
Alright, thank you.
Illyria will continue working through the wood and going through the work she did yesterday. She kind of just ended up mixing up wood with good wood with bad wood. I'll give her a survival check for that. Which isn't bad. I'll say that she redoes the work she did yesterday successful. Serpent, go ahead and give me your. How long do you want to work on it?
Um.
You got 5 hours before dinner would start, theoretically.
Okay. Probably. I'll put in like 4 hours and then probably come back and do some studying.
Sure.
So, can I use guidance?
Yes, you can.
Okay. Then I will do that because I realized, hey, wait a minute, I have that cantrip.
If you want to, you can just roll the 4 Smith Tools rolls and then just roll a d4, or just roll 3d4 afterwards.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do because I realized, wait, that's going to be really, really obnoxious.
So 19 for the first. Oh my god.
What the hell?
I don't think
Wow.
you needed guidance.
Oh yeah.
Maybe
probably
for that
didn't.
one.
Go ahead and roll 3d4 anyways. Why not?
Jesus Christ.
So,
30?
So with your guided rolls, that is a 19, 19, a 22, a 30, and a 19 again. So, starting to work on this set of armor. You have about 4 solid hours into it. You have laid out a lot of the main pieces of this armor. Feeling a little bit getting hard into the work. You get the main body and everything constructed. It's already built, and you kind of just start working on embroidering it. Getting some nice details in there, making sure you get the hardness on the hardness properly. Giving a little bit extra berth to the chest room to make sure there's room between the actual piece and the person's chest. And yeah, you have a very, very solid start to another set of full plate.
All right then.
So, yeah. You have a feeling that if you wanted to, for the last 4 hours, you wouldn't even have to roll.
All right. Well, I mean, I'll finish it up tomorrow, I suppose.
You
But,
leave the piece over hanging on one of their mannequins to be worked on further. Still need to work on the pauldrons and some of the smaller pieces. Central piece of it is done.
You know, maybe I should just give up this adventuring life and go into smithing.
I mean, you are learning to be a wizard. I mean, it's just smith and enchant your own armor. There you go. Anyways, so
Your one-stop weapon and armor shop.
there you go. So, yeah, you've started to work on everything. Silas, are you doing anything?
Silas would probably just stay home. I'll keep watch over the house, maybe do some small things, rearrange my own room.
All right. Just as a side note, Tally is there and is working, so if you wanted to, you could also assist him.
Yeah, I'll help him out then.
All right. He gets you just kind of moving furniture in and out of rooms as he prepares stuff, and then bringing him up boards so he doesn't have to go all the way back down to the bottom floor when he runs out of material. So what that does do is that does assist him and speeds up the work a little bit.
Cool.
So, by the time you guys get to 5 o'clock, he is done with this room and the majority of the second floor with the help that you gave him. This area and all of this area. And he is tearing up the current lounge room.
As a reminder, are we still getting a door here?
Yes. He is. That is a part of the construction process, and that is now done.
Okay.
Yay.
Because then I was gonna move into here.
There's not a door. As much as there is a. There's not a door as much as there is a hole in the wall right now. But
Yeah.
he can work on getting a door put in shortly.
Because I was gonna be moving out of the library into here.
Yeah, that's fine. At the moment, that area does not have a floor. But...
No, I know. I meant after.
Yep. So, with a little bit of help, he gets a lot done with the day. Gets the wall torn out and everything. Luckily enough for you all, the wall that he had to destroy, in fact, was not structurally a part of the building, so it didn't take much work. So with this, around 5 p.m., Annabelle shows up. Leading a donkey that has a cart behind it, with a variable amount of supplies. All right, well, I'm here.
Oh, great.
I'll go ahead and say that Illyria also works on her brewer stuff for the couple hours since she already started on that. No, I'll let her roll that. Alright, so, I have everything for dinner. I also got some extra supplies for the next few days for you all, with the coin that you gave me. And, yeah, that should be enough for the next few days. I did get an interview set up with 2 people. And so they'll come by and they'll one of them's gonna be a bar hand, probably for most likely they'll probably be the full-time person working all day, and then the other will most likely be if I like them, or if you all like them as well, of course you can always weigh in. They'll probably be working just the night shift.
Okay.
All right.
You need help unloading stuff?
No, I'll be fine. She despite her small stature of being a halfling, she is quite strong as you watch as she carries a couple boxes in at a time. weighing probably, I mean, not too much. They're probably weighing about 80 pounds, total. So like 40 pounds a box range, and starts kind of unloading stuff. Many of them being fresh vegetables, fresh herbs. One of the box being an entire box of just little vials of spices and such like that. Give me a perception check as well as you guys look through the stuff that she's bringing in. All right. I will roll for Illyri, but I don't think it will matter. Hey!
Oh wow.
Everyone notices. As she brings this stuff in, a lot of this stuff you can tell is definitely well worn. And some of it definitely looks like she's possibly bringing it from her personal stashes. For instance, a lot of the spices, a lot of the pots and pans, a lot of the utensils that she's going to be using. It looks like a lot of that is her stuff. She definitely didn't purchase it and just brought some of it from home. Whereas she did bring in another box that is new plates, new cups, half of them being mugs and half of them being just straight glasses, as well as some smaller cups for coffee as well. And yeah, she seems to have gotten a lot of stock as she fills up the majority of the kitchen as well as this area right here, kind of behind this. Let me go ahead and let me change that color. We'll make that brown for box. A lot of this area ends up getting filled up with just boxes and crates of stuff for the restaurant. And she will go ahead and fill up all of this.
Also a reminder that there's pantry space in the basement.
Well, I'm aware. This is just stuff that we'll need upstairs. You don't want to be carrying. You don't really want to carry plates and stuff downstairs. Carrying plates down a ladder never ends well for your business.
That's fair.
Food and stuff like that, it's not a big deal. If you drop that, it'll just bruise a couple things. You just cut around things, but plates are a different story. And most of this will be used in the next few days, so I'll just leave it up here for now. But cold storage down there will definitely be useful. Have you all talked to anyone about getting a cold storage enchantment?
I don't
Nope.
believe we have. No.
Great. Well, that might be something long-term that you can look into. I wouldn't worry about it now. But the nice thing about that is it allows you to buy a lot of produce at cheaper prices because you can keep it longer because, you know, it's being kept cold and being preserved. Just an option. They are pretty expensive though, so I can understand not wanting to do it at the start of everything. We'll worry about opening and then we can look into that stuff later.
Yeah, we'll think about it.
I'm gonna go ahead and get started on dinner.
Good luck.
And she will go ahead and roll her her check for a 20 total. As she gets started on the food, and quickly your guys' noses are met with wasps of a lot more spice than you had gotten in her first meal. Most of her first meal that she had brought was not spiced. It was mostly just the pure food and stuff that she can grab pretty quickly and get back to you all. However, as she now has all of her spices and everything, the aroma meets your nose pretty quickly. As initially she brings out fresh bread to everyone, mixed with a apple butter that she looks like she just made. While you guys it looks very, very fresh. As she gives you all that and continues on with the main course, or the main course, which is some fresh fish. Because you guys are a port town, fresh fish is one of the best things you can get to meat-wise. Cattle and things like that are a little bit harder to come by, especially in adventuring world. Cows tend to be hard to raise when everything wants to eat them. So, while they exist, most of them are a little bit more hardy and a little bit more fighting. So they exist, but it's hard to find farmers who actually have them. But she brings out a platter of several different fresh fish, well cooked, well spiced for the evening, as well as a more garden variety of some fresh vegetables, fresh herbs as well. Separate from the fish enough that if people want that, they can have that as well. And for dessert, she has a nice basic pecan pie. Well,
Sounds delicious.
I hope this works for now. This is if I had a little bit more prep work, I probably could have done more with the dessert, but I figured this will be enough.
I think will be more than enough. Thank you.
Of course. Is there anything else you all need for the evening?
Burzduck shakes his head.
I have this feeling that Burzduck is like shaking his head and like patting his belly and just like, I'm happy, I'm good.
I was like more of the mental image, like his mouth's full. He doesn't want to try to speak.
That's fair. As you all finish up your dinner, as Annabelle goes ahead and cleans up the kitchen and gets everything sorted for tomorrow for breakfast, she starts to lay out some stuff for breakfast, which you guys can, if you guys would like to investigate it, you can. It's up to you if you would like to try to figure out what it is, but she's laid out a couple things that looks like it's prepping for breakfast tomorrow. Yeah. Well, if you don't need me anymore, I guess I'll head out for the evening. I'll probably be doing the interviews tomorrow, as well as some basic bar training, just in case, just to see where they're at for carrying dishes and everything. I don't want them on their first shift blowing, through our entire case of mugs that I just purchased. Oh, and there was one more question I had. Alcohol. Are you all looking for particular brews? Anything classier, or are you just looking for something a little bit more basic?
I'd say basic for now, maybe like something nice, like on the expensive side.
Well, I mean, what kind of custom are we going to see around here?
Well, it depends on what you start serving. You serve nicer alcohols, that's more expensive, you'll start getting the more wealthy clients. If you start serving the wines and such, you'll end up like the ritzy bar down the street. If you serve kind of low run-of-the-mill ale, you can get some of the rougher crowds in here. You can also have a nice balance of all of it as well. It doesn't really... Certain people are going to want nice things every once in a while. Even if you like the swill, at some point you're going to want something a little bit different to celebrate.
I'm thinking for now, probably good honest ale for good honest folk.
Great. We'll go ahead and handle that tomorrow as well. You can start getting ale shipments in. I'm thinking that probably 5 kegs should be enough for a few days of opening night. Opening night and the 2 or 3 days after, it should be enough. I might just raise it to 10 just in case. I'd rather have too much than too little. Well, I'll let you be for the evening, and I'll see you in the morning.
Alright, enjoy yourself. Thank you.
She will head out the back door, raising her coat and raising her hood over her head, and cheerfully make her way out, leading the donkey and cart with her.
That's a good meal.
Alright. Anyone want to walk with me to the, there's a enchanter's shop I went to with my armor. Anyone want to walk with me there?
Yeah, I'll go.
Yeah, sounds interesting.
There's just, normal persons, do they get upset? You know, they tend to have, and this one's obviously one's got connection with some shady folks. I don't want to be out by myself.
I'll watch it back.
Sure. You guys just head to Vision then?
Yep.
I'll take the thing with me.
Alright. Give me 1 second to pull up the map. Waterdeep. Actually, give me 1 second as well. I am going to delete all of these lines. Oop. No. I don't want to draw more lines. I want to select. Select all. This is going to delete your token as well, but it's just easier.
A fresh map.
There you go. You should be right. Why do they not show Troll Skull Alley on your... Oh, it's because it deleted it. God damn it. Old. Shit. I'm not gonna be able to do that because that'll delete all of the words that are on here as well. Is there anything here that...
I was wondering if there was like a remove all scribbling, but I remembered, oh yeah, that's tabletop sim.
Actually, there is. There we go. I forgot that is a thing. Clear all drawings is definitely a thing on this too. There we go. I'm glad you reminded me of that. I was like, oh wait, that is a thing. So, you guys head south, making your way to Brahir Street and the shop of Eldress Silverleaf. Can't read my own writing. As you walk in, oh, hello. It's good to see you again, Mr. Berserk.
Aye.
Well, we have your armor done.
I appreciate
She
it.
will,
Thank you very much.
she'll bring it out. As she brings it out, it's kind of brought out on a kind of armor stand with cloth draped over all the parts, so that way it doesn't remove the sheen that is on the armor naturally. Well, it's been graced with the enchantment, and it's ready for fitting.
Sounds good. Thank you very much. I will go ahead and test that out.
As you test it out, it's still a little bit big because it hasn't attuned to you yet. But once it attunes, it will properly size you. It should take about 30 minutes before it'll readjust its size.
Sounds good. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. And that was how much again? It was 75.
Yes, 75 gold.
And I will pay that to her directly.
Thank you for your business. It seems like you've brought some friends along this time. If there's anything
Hi there.
you're looking for, we're about to close up shop, but you can look around.
How much is an enchantment on like cold storage?
Oh, cold storage enchantment. Well, given Mr. Berserk's employee, I will give you a discount on it. Depending on the size of the space, it's usually about 100 gold per 5 feet, square 5 feet.
Okay.
So I would lower that to 75.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind. We might need it soon.
Of course. But if there's anything else you need around the shop, let me know. We have about 10 minutes before we're closing up.
I'll take a quick just browse around, just look at what they have.
Yeah,
Sure.
me too.
Everyone give me an investigation check.
Whoa.
Ooh.
Oh.
Gotta love it.
How about I throw Illyrius in there just in case? Might beat it. Oh, no,
Of
doesn't help.
course.
So, alright. All of you pretty quickly still find the things that are in the glass, and don't really get further than that for Silas, Bursta, Keith, and Illyri. As you look through the glass front, you can see potions, some basic things like that. There are a couple of rings. There is a very nice scepter, as well as another staff as well. There's 2 sets of bracers that are in there as well. Ezra, as you rolled high enough to move your eyes away from the glass, you do find a couple of things around the room. You find an area that appears to have a backpack that's very beautifully designed, looking over it. As well as a couple of shields that are on the sidewall, and as well as a weapon that you find a little bit interesting. It is a sickle that is shaped in the or made in the shape of the moon. It's a very, very silverish blade, and it glimmered softly.
What are these two? And I'll point to the sickle and the backpack.
Sure. Oh, that is a handy haversack, is what we call it. And that is a moon sickle. Both of them are. One of them is kind of allows you a little bit extra space in your backpack, as it were. And the other is it's a very nice weapon. It was made, I believe it was made by some of the druids outside of town. And what it allows you to do is, anytime that you channel magic through it as a focus, it will restore you a little bit.
How much are they?
The sickle is hold. Probably not gonna like this number.
No.
The sickle is 250 gold.
That's not that bad.
The haversack is usually I sell it for 800. But it's been here for a little while, so I could probably drop the price a little bit. Let's say 700 gold.
Ow. I'll have to wait on that too. But I will
Haversacks
keep
are
it in
nice.
mind. I know, but I've got 190. Also, my character sheet won't even open, so. Oh no. Hello?
Hello?
Okay.
Try to give
Thought
you
my
a guide.
internet was going out. Everything's
Oh.
broken for me right now.
See if you can refresh. It might be roll 20 though, I don't know.
Yeah, I think it most likely is roll 20 then.
Mine seems to be okay.
There we go. It just wasn't. It stopped for some reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have enough for either of those items right now. So that sickle is really nice, though.
It is indeed.
When Heath sees the potions, he's gonna like fumble around his jacket and then pull out the 2 healing potions he made like a while ago, and then call the person over.
Yep, yes. What do you need?
I was wondering if you could, like, I don't know, appraise these 2 potions I made? Because I don't know if they're proper or not.
Sure. Did I have you make any special markings next to the health potions?
One of them.
One of them you rolled a nat 1 on, right?
I think so?
Okay. Sure. She picks up the potions. She picks up the potion and removes the cap, and she doesn't drink it or anything like that. She just kind of wafts it towards her nose. This one seems fine. It should be good. He recorks it up and hands it back to you. Without even opening the second one, looking at the consistency of it, this one is probably not a good coal to drink.
Ah, alright.
Based off the consistency, I believe you mixed it a little bit wrong. Which happens from time to time. It would be great to give to someone that you don't like.
Oh, okay, thank you. Good thing I checked here.
You can change the potion of healing to a potion of poison if you would like to, because that is what it is.
Wow. Alright, thank you very much.
Of course, anything that you need. Is there any other inquiries? If you all need potions as well, I do have them for sale.
I don't think not at this time, but thank you.
Of course. But, if no one needs anything, then I will bid you all adieu, and I do need to close up shop for the evening.
Alright, thank you very much. I wave goodbye.
And she will, as you guys make your way out, you watch as she from one of her coat sleeves pulls out a wand. And as you guys are leaving, she kind of taps the wand on the center of her, the center of her actual, like, glass stand that she has made. Made from primarily wood that has been kind of see-through, so you can see it. You watch as the wand lights up for a moment as the door shuts behind you, promptly locks as well, as a candle ignites on the sign outside as well. A simple cat that's outside that you all notice as well moves its hand from left to right, showing from open to closed, as the blinds shut and everything has been closed for the day for her shop. You can roll an Arcana check if you want to know what spell it was. You would recognize it as a variation of the on-off spell.
Hey, I almost got that one.
Hey, nice.
Yeah. It is a variation of the on-off spell.
I want that sickle. Actually, it might be good for our resident druid. It was made by druids.
Maybe. I've got my claws.
I can let you know out of character that it can only be attuned to by a druid or a ranger.
There you go.
Yeah.
I can't even use it. I'll just save up 700 gold for the havers.
Carrying items are a pretty good investment. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a hearty investment.
I know, look how full my backpack is. As it's like bulging with random things. Pretty sure there's a case of maps in here somewhere.
There is.
There is.
You bought a case of the maps of Waterdeep to know. So, what way do you guys make your way there, and back? Just for reference.
Where was it?
It was, pinging it right now. Down here on Brahir Street.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm just gonna doodle it really fast. It's like
you're
right there.
Okay, so
We could probably go straight there originally.
yeah, just straight there originally.
Alright.
And then
Yeah.
probably sweep back. Why not? Like, why not up Nindlebar Street? Go
Sure.
circle around Growlhund Villa. Because I don't want to be close to that right now.
Yeah.
So
So,
you wanna
like,
go- I'm
past
gonna
them to the
go-
north or past them to the south?
I'm gonna do the return in
Pass
blue.
them to the north.
Okay.
So you want to go up here. And then just go up this street here.
Maybe even up there so we get a corner just in case.
Alright.
Then come back down Tower March.
Sounds like a plan. So, on the way there, device does not go off. On the way back, however, when you are crossing around Black Dog Alley, the device goes off.
So around here.
Oh.
Oh.
Seemingly pointing somewhere into this direction.
Do we want to check it out while we have a ping?
Yep.
May as
Yeah,
well.
definitely.
Everyone give me an investigation check. To let you know, Serpent, do you have your armor on still? It's up to you
It's
if you
gonna take some-
took it off or if you left it on.
Would I be significantly hampered by it if I left it on, like for spellcasting and stuff?
Not for spellcasting. For melee combat and you would be hampered by it for movement purposes. But for casting spells specifically, no.
I think he would have packed it away.
Yeah.
And changed back into his scale mail.
All right.
Just because pragmatically he'd want to make sure it was attuned and fit properly. It wouldn't make sense for him to put it on.
Okay. Yep. That
So
sounds good. All right. So you don't have disadvantage and your movement is not halved. Sounds good.
Okay. When the device went off, I'm gonna cast Without a Trace on all of us.
All right. Sounds like a good plan. So you cast Pass Without a Trace on you, and make your way into following the device. The device does lead you in directions appropriately with everything. As you guys follow the device, go ahead and everyone give me investigation checks. Azra, you can give me an investigation check with advantage, as you are using the device and following it directly.
Oh,
Ooh.
nice.
So,
I'm too focused on the device.
you are focused on the device. So, what ends up happening, you guys follow this device for a short period of time, eventually leading you to a side alley. As you find this side alley, the device is pointing here, Azra, but you don't see anything. You just see piles of garbage down this alley. However, Burstuck, what you do notice is a slight glimmer of reflective light from what you recognize as a Nimblewright's one of their front lenses for their ocular vision, hidden inside of the trash heap. It's down an alley, and looking over it doesn't seem to have a way out. What would you like to do?
I am going to stride forward. Like, I've noticed it. I'm going to try to pretend like I didn't, probably do badly at it, and try to walk forward so I can get closer and then see if I can try and apprehend the thing.
Sure. Give me a deception check.
Fantastic.
You
Like
casually
he reaches down and like his like hand is hovering over his axe, obviously, and he's like, he looks like the most circumspect. He's like
He just keeps looking at it.
he keeps looking at it, and like it should be obvious to the rest of the party. He's like he is striding. He's walking forward. He looks like he's about ready to smite the shit out of something.
All right,
But
so
he's trying painfully not to, and making it look more obvious.
yeah, it's pretty obvious to everyone. Really quick, give me 1 second. Let me get the battle map drawn for this real quick. Because there's,
How did
I don't
call
know
that?
why, but there's probably gonna be a battle map for this.
What? Why? He has no
So,
idea.
how close are you all to Burstuck as he is making his way down this alley?
I'd
We
be
should be
sticking
within like
with
10
him.
feet,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Like right next to him?
like right. I'm right behind him.
All right. I'll say, feel like Illyri's token has not properly updated in a while. Feel like her hit points are a little bit off. Hold, give me 1 moment. Oh, jeez. Just looked at this and was like, huh, this is a little off. Your hit points are definitely not 15 anymore. That was your level 1 token. Must have not properly saved it. Remove, yes. Alright, there we go. Hopefully that'll fix it. So, I'll say that Illyri was right next to you. Heath, you're saying you're right behind him? Or
Yep.
yeah, okay. Silas, where are you? It's about 15 feet wide for this alley. I'll specify that as well.
Yeah, I think I would be either in front of or behind Illyri. Like,
Alright.
I would be near the front.
Alright, I'll say that you are behind Illyri, just for the sake of space.
Sure.
Azra, do you want to be equal with Burstuck or slightly behind Burstuck?
I think equal because I'd have the device. So.
Alright, sure. Well, between the activation of the device howling down this alley and Burstuck making the most obvious deception check, as you watch as you casually get about 15 feet away from the nimble right, before it kicks up and kicks off all this dust and just rushes at you. As we will go ahead and let me remove this and move you guys to the battle map, and we'll go ahead and go into combat.
I have to say, I like the
Hey.
nat 20 straight to a nat 1.
It
That's
could
the
not
way
have
to
been
do
more
it.
perfect. I was
Way
sure
to
I
do
was
it.
gonna flub that deception, but not realize it's gonna be so beautifully flubbed.
Affection. It's kind of like when you have halfling luck and you don't use it because you're just like, no, this is just meant to be.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Initiative.
I ran a game once where I had someone who had a character as a halfling with halfling luck, and I saw so many for ones turn into nat 20s. It's not even funny.
Yeah. Number right. Oh. Yeah, Caboose
Oh my
continues his series of
gosh.
nat 20s.
Damn.
Did someone not click their token? Oh no, Silas, you
That
rolled
was
twice.
me. I can change it to 11.
Yeah, I got you. 11.19. Who am I missing?
Illyri.
Burstuck and Illyri.
Burstuck's on there.
Oh, is he? Oh, he just had it. He just rolled it. Does anyone want to control Illyri's character sheet for this session?
I can do it.
All right. There you go. Should show up in your character sheet now.
Yep, got it.
Go ahead and roll your initiative since I already have it open.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. If I click the right, if I hold shift and click it rather than initiative. There we go. So we start out with the nimble right. As let me go ahead and do this as well while I'm thinking about it. I haven't added the new songs onto this list. Hold. Where's my battle playlist? I added new songs to the battle playlist. Alright, there we go. I forgot I added that song. We're not gonna play that song. Yes, the Nimblewright is going to close quarters with you. Kristoff specifically, as you are being a little bit obvious, and is going to make 3 attacks on you.
Oh, fun.
Excuse me, sorry.
You're good. Runs towards you, strikes 3 times. 2 times with the rapier. 24. Didn't need to roll damage right away.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
And a 8. 8 will miss. As it will also then
That will definitely
it
miss.
swings out twice with its rapier and brings up its other arm with this dagger in hand. Dagger will also kind of clink against your shield as you bring your shield forward. And it is going to... Lower the music a little bit on my end. And its turn. Silas. Wow, you guys rolled really well in your initiative.
It's,
Yeah.
it's wonderful.
It's just a tightly clustered grouping, that's all.
Yeah.
Could I squeeze through Illyri and
Yep.
move like behind him?
Yep. You can get past past friendlies without as long as you don't end your area or end in their space. So yep, you're good.
Cool. I'm gonna take a swing with the rapier.
That will miss.
Short sword.
Short
20?
sword will hit.
Cool. For 5 damage.
With 5 points of damage. You strike out, hitting him in the back with the short sword. Anything else you would like to do?
No, I'll stop there.
All right, Leary.
Okay, bear with me. I've never played a barbarian. I'm guessing she would rage.
All right, she rages.
Ah,
You can go ahead and check that little box next to rage for a damage.
there's a little box next to rage. Oh, I see it. Yep.
Yep.
Okay. And then she's gonna use this weapon, I guess. The great axe, I think.
Yep.
I don't
Whatever
know
you
what
wanna
weapon
use.
she normally has, so
Great
I'm just
axe
gonna
is
go
the
with
weapon
great
she
axe.
usually uses.
Okay.
17 will miss.
Oh God. All right. Does she have 1 attack?
At the moment, yes.
Okay, then that's it.
All right. Heath, your turn.
Let's see. I'm gonna move past Illyri, right below where she is right now.
All right.
And I'm gonna make an attack with Primal Savagery.
All right. Go ahead and do it. 9 will miss.
Oh.
You strike out, and as your fingernails grow and you strike into it, it strikes into his hard metal plating.
I think I'm gonna just bonus action wild shape into a regular wolf.
What was that? Sorry, your air was getting in the way. I didn't hear what you said.
Is that better?
Yep.
I'm gonna wild shape into a regular wolf.
All right. Go ahead and move you out of the way. We'll go ahead and don't believe I've given you access to a wolf. So let me bring up a wolf. As those. Silas. Not Silas. What am I doing? Heath. Save. Right. You should have access to the wolf's character sheet
Yes, I do.
now. And that'll end your turn.
Yes, it will.
Ezra.
All right. I'm gonna use my new spell as a just in case he tries to leave.
All right.
So let's do this.
Fine, Spike. You will make a wisdom saving throw.
And it's a 15. He does not save. So for an hour, I know where he is.
And he takes 13 points of psychic damage. He watches he is rocked by this a little bit. Oh, crap. He has advantage on it. Think one more time.
Ah, shoot.
Still fails.
Oh, yay!
Very nice.
Yeah, as you watch as the cast mind spike on him, gripping out at him, and he kind of twitches in pain a little bit. Doesn't make any noise, but you can definitely tell that it had some effect on him.
That's it.
All right. Bird stuck.
Alright. I'm gonna use a bonus action to cast a Searing Smite.
All right.
And then I'm going to use Green Flame Blade with my weapon attack. So we'll take a swing.
Do it. As you go to hit him, it looks like it's about to connect. As he does, however, he raises his rapier and parries the attack with his reaction.
Oh my god.
As he slings your blade to the side and slams it into the ground. As your green flame blade sears off, however, your searing smite still in the weapon.
Yep. And that will be my turn.
All right, then I'll bring us to the Nimble Rate's turn. To being surrounded now. He's gonna try to create a way for him to get out. And he already hit burst duck, so he's gonna try again. So 3 attacks against burst duck. 1,
Ooh.
2, 3.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
Wow.
The raid of Caboose will shatter. 5 for the first,
Hacks.
8 for the second, and 10 for the third.
It's what, 23?
I believe so.
Okay.
Yeah.
It only hit if it's a crit. I don't know what is with my rolls this week. Yep, all 3 save.
Cool. Alright.
As you hold on to your
that's
searing
fun.
smite. See, as he kind of retracts, almost surprised that you're still standing. As he will,
Yeah.
go back into a similar position that you saw before when he parried your attack. And hold to attempt to parry something. Silas, your turn.
Cool. I'm gonna take a swing with the rapier again. 9. Short sword.
Both
And
miss.
I'm gonna use my action surge to take one more swing with the rapier this
All
round.
right, go ahead.
Wow.
So all 3 miss.
Okay.
You strike out 3 times, and
I guess that's it.
he just manages to get around all your strikes at the moment. Leary.
She's gonna hit him.
Here. You can reckless attack as well. So you can attack with advantage.
I'll do that.
Yep.
So it's advantage?
Yep. Advantage on the attack. 18 will not hit, because he will parry it to the side. So his reaction is gone.
Alright.
Heath, your turn.
This
Uh,
is one nimble, right?
Yep.
Alright,
You do have pack tactics with the wolf, so you do have advantage
Yeah.
on the attack.
so I'm gonna attempt to bite it.
All right. A 15 will miss. As he pulls his leg out from the wolf's teeth right before it clamps down.
Can't really do anything, so I'm just gonna sit there.
Yeah. Ezra.
I'm terrified to Eldritch Blast in this alleyway, and and fail and
You're
hit
in melee
someone
as well.
else.
You're in melee as well, so it'd be a disadvantage.
Yeah, exactly. I'll just use my whip dagger, I guess.
All right. You're gonna cast Hexblade on him beforehand?
It's concentration. I can't.
Okay.
Mind spikes concentration. I'll lose it.
Is Hexblade's curse concentration? I don't think it is.
Hex is concentration. I
Yeah,
don't have
yeah,
hex.
you're-
It's-
You should have it.
Am I
Didn't you get
blind?
Hexblade's curse is not concentration because it's an ability.
Yeah, it's
I don't
your first level
have it.
ability. You're a
Yeah.
Hexblade Warlock, right?
Yeah, but I know. I'm looking at my sheet. I have hex. I don't have hex.
You have
Blade's
Hexblade's curse.
It won't be on your spell list.
No, it's
it'll
just-
be in your ability
Yep,
list.
it's
I
just
think.
one of your abilities and features. You can cast Hexblade's curse. You gain bonuses to damage against the cursed target equal to your proficiency modifier. Any attack roll that you make against it will crit on a 19 or 20. And if the cursed target dies, then you regain hit points.
Am I blind?
Apparently. Or you didn't add it to your sheet, 'cause
actually
you've
don't
always,
see it.
You've always
It
had that
should-
ability.
It should be on your core page under where it
Uh,
has.
No, she just
You
didn't
could-
add it to her character.
Oh, okay.
Because it's
You
just
helped me set this up. This isn't my.
you've always
I
had
didn't
it.
know it was a thing I had.
I asked if you copied everything down for the Hexblade.
No, you didn't. You
Uh.
helped me set it up.
You're also mixing a Hesper's Warrior. Alright, I'm sorry. I can't look over your entire character sheet. Right, here you go. The things
Thank
that you're
you.
missing. Yeah, there you go. Hexblade's curse is on the bottom of your character sheet now.
Thanks. Alright, yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah, because that's what you literally have curse damage on your global modifier.
Well, I know. I've been using hex because I didn't know.
All good.
Okay, so. Whip dagger is right.
Yep.
Yes, but I will curse him and then whip dagger.
Alright, go ahead.
Nope.
As you stretch out and misses.
Yep.
Burst Dark. Or anything else you want to do? Ezra, anything else you want to do?
No.
Okay. Burst Dark.
Okay. Give me just a moment. I'm gonna drop my axe down. Give myself a bit of extra healing.
All
Quite a
right.
bit, actually. It comes with 15 hit points back.
Yep, 15 hit points.
And I don't have a bonus action I can use at this precise moment, so I will end that here.
All right. Nimblerite, given the situation of you are looking hurt, however, he stabbed you 3 times and you were still standing, is going to change his target. He will attack Leary 3 times. 22 should hit. If there's a 15 hit as well? No, 15 does not hit. 17 and 15, or 22 and 17 hit. For a total of 16 reduced to 8.
For O'Leary.
Yep.
16 hits her, yes. So 16 reduced to 8, so okay.
Well, no, it's 16 damage total reduced to 8.
Yeah. I was just reading her armor class at the
Okay.
same time. Sorry.
Good.
Because I had been looking at mine, which is 13. Hers is a bit different.
So, That will end his turn as he goes back to his parrying position. Silas.
All right, let's try again. Oh,
Oh,
18 will hit, but will be parried away. And the parry kind of throws you off, so when you go to strike with your short sword, he kind of parries the rapier into your short sword, and you block your own attack.
okay. That's it for my turn.
All right. Leary's turn.
She's gonna keep trying to hit him because
Right.
reckless. Can she do reckless again? Sorry.
Yep, she can do reckless every turn.
Okay, she's gonna do reckless again.
Yeah, all reckless means is she can attack with advantage, and everyone who attacks her also attacks with advantage. But when you're reducing damage, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah. Okay.
21 will hit.
17.
Or
nice.
17 points of damage with the max damage roll almost.
Does Divine Fury go into that?
She can add her Divine Fury if she would like to.
Okay.
Yeah, just roll the 1d6 plus 1. An
Three.
extra 3 points of damage from the Divine Fury as well. It's a heavy gash rips into this thing as its arm almost comes off, as it is quite surprised by the amount of damage that was poured into it. Anything else she wants to do?
No, I don't think she would back up, and I don't think there's anything else she can do. So that's it.
All right. Heath.
I think I'm just gonna try to fight it again.
All right. 23 will hit.
Great.
And what's the DC? DC 11 on the strength save, which he has advantage for. He does make the save, so he does not get dragged to the ground, but he does take 6 points of piercing damage. As you bite down on this thing's leg, your wolf form's teeth grating against this hard metal. It does pierce the target, however, it does not drag him to the ground. He plants his foot firmly in there, or firmly on the ground. Azra, this thing is looking very weak.
That's me. I'm gonna try to whip dagger him again.
All right, go ahead and whip dagger.
No, I
14 will
won't.
miss. You strike out, and it just grazes the bottom of his coat as he is in a frantic mode of trying to make sure that he doesn't die. He's very scared.
That's it.
First deck.
Okay. Pick up my axe. Take another swing.
All right.
I mean, it honestly doesn't matter if I do green frame blade because I still don't do bonus damage with it yet.
16 will miss. You strike down with your axe.
Okay. And with my bonus action, I will healing word myself.
All right.
Nice.
All right. This thing is going to disengage as it runs towards the wall, keeping an eye on you all, striking away your attempts to strike at it. It's going to attempt an acrobatics check to kick off of the wall and kick over you all. 21 does make. As it kicks off the wall and makes its way to over here, where it will move the rest of its movement to get to there. Sorry, 60 feet. It moves to the end of the alley.
Oh, wow.
Silas.
Hold on, I need a ruler like this. I want to try to use a double move to get a little bit ahead of him. So
Alright.
I'd land right here with 60 feet.
Sure.
Cool.
You run
I'll just
run past
look
him
at
and
him
dash
menacingly.
around him, looking at him menacingly. Leary.
She's gonna go after him as well, I think.
All right.
Yeah, 30 feet. Oops.
Let me double check something for her as well. I don't know if she gets that at 5th level. Never mind. I wasn't sure when she got fast movement or not.
She'll actually dash to get up there as well.
Okay. Does she want to dash or does she want to throw something at him?
Does she? What can she throw? The hand
Cheers.
axe?
Yep, she has a hand axe.
Okay, yeah, she'll throw that.
Alright. Do it at reckless too.
Oops. I did it normal.
Just roll one more time.
Okay.
19 will hit.
Nice.
And see, he is
Nice.
not facing you, so he cannot parry.
9.
As you strike into its leg, as you watch as this thing keels over and slams into the hard ground, unconscious. Well, for, you know, a robot. Defunctioning, as it were. As, that will end our combat.
I roll better as a Leary than I do myself.
Well, she gets to roll twice per turn. As it strikes down and clambers to the ground, slamming into the ground. Silas, give me a perception check.
Sure.
All right. You hear the sound of heavy footfalls behind you. It sounds like six sets of footprints or of feet that start making their way to you. As they round the corner, you see 6 city guard making their way towards you.
I'll wave.
Commotion
Hello,
the commotion of the fight has drawn their attention. As one of them arrives and walks up to you as the 6 city guard approach. We came quickly. What was the commotion?
We're a band of adventurers, and we've been looking for a nimblewright that set fire right in front of our house, and
Killed
we're pretty
people.
sure this is it. It attacked us as soon as we engaged it, so it's just unconscious. It's not dead.
Nimblewright, you say? Don't see many of those around here. Kind of walks over to it and kind of takes his sword and just pries away its coat. Kind of looks over it. Oh, looks like he's not gonna work anymore anytime soon. Oh, good job keeping the city safe, I guess. I don't think we have any rules and regulations against nimblewrights, so carry on. Well, make a note of this, but have a good evening. He motions to the other guards as they go and follow him off, leaving the nimblewright laying in the alley with you all.
So
We
we
needed to
taking this
take
thing
this
home?
back to the other, to Nim. I gotta get my note. Hold on. To the person the other Nimblewright who made it, right?
Tim was the other one who made it, yes.
We said we'd bring it back.
Aye, that we did.
Are you guys
We
just-
should probably also talk to the detective that we found him. Oh, does he have
I
the
agree.
stone?
We should probably search it to see what it has.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Go ahead and give me investigation check for whoever's searching him. Oh, are you keeping yourself a wolf at the moment, Heath, or are you changing back in to Heath?
I'm gonna keep myself a wolf.
No problem. Continue as a wolf along with your companions. Burst Duck. As you're looking through their stuff, you do not find any stones. What you do find is you find a rapier, a dagger, a couple of gold pieces, and a parchment that is rolled up inside the coat.
Okay, I'll take a glance at the parchment.
Sure. You open up the parchment, and in it is a loosely drawn map. you see what looks like a loosely drawn map of kind of a squiggly-ish circle that's a little bit longer on the top side of it, with kind of two sharp edges at the bottom, and an X drawn on this circle, with the word hold Castle-lantern. Castle-lantern. Marked area with the X marking on that spot on the map. Give me an intelligence check. Actually, make it a history check. Sorry. All right. Looking over the map real quick, you can quickly put 2 and 2 together. The circle that you're looking at looks very similar to the walls around the City of the Dead. And the Castelletters are another noble house that exists in the city. You're pretty sure that this probably has to do with they most likely, being a noble house, have a mausoleum inside of the City of the Dead.
All right. Well, you're gonna have to figure out where that's at. And there's no like weird hidden compartments in this thing's body.
No, giving it a thorough search over, you do not find any hidden compartments. Most of this Nimborite is solid. There is occasional access panels that you can't open, but they just go to internal moving parts, from what you can tell. Looking through it, you do manage to find the arcane circle that is inside of the Nimborite, that is kind of its heart. And it currently is, the arcane symbol is not alit anymore. Which, with your knowledge of arcane circles and the way this would, the way they work, that would most likely mean that this thing is currently deactivated.
All right. The only other thing I was half thinking about was hacking off the other leg, but so it wouldn't run off. But that'd probably be rude. Okay. I think we've got a map, possible new lead. Probably want to talk to the investigator, let them know we got this loose end squared away, and then take the remains over to the temple.
Sure. So,
that was out loud to the party too.
Yep, I agree.
And once we've gotten far enough away from here, and it seems like there's probably no one listening, I'll relay to the rest of the party just kind of show them map and point out that's probably another noble house. I bet they have a mausoleum there. I suspect that there may be something underneath that, or that's the next step of this whole shenanigans.
Yeah, we can check that out tomorrow.
I've got a semantics question. Are we like bringing the Nimborite with us, or just leaving its body in the alley?
Oh no, we're bringing it.
We're
No, we're
bringing it.
taking it.
We're bringing
Yeah, in that case, I'm just gonna like funnel it onto my back and just carry it from there.
Sure. Give me an athletics check.
I think on a wolf, that's just 1d20, right?
It'd just be your strength check, whatever your
Yeah,
strength
okay,
modifier
right.
is.
No.
So a 9.
Yeah, 9.
Trying to lift this thing up in your wolf form is rather difficult. This thing weighs about 180 pounds of metal. This is a humanoid that is metal, that is made out of metal, so it is quite heavy.
Is O'Leary strong
quite
enough
heavy.
to carry it?
Yeah. I mean,
I'm just gonna give up.
multiple of you guys could do it easily. Even one person could do it pretty easily. A dog trying to put something onto its back by itself is relatively difficult. So.
Yeah, O'Leary will do it.
Sure. And Heath, you can help out in your wolf form as you kind of carry it on most or some of it on your back as Illyri hauls it off the rest of it. As you guys make your way back to Troll Skull Alley, and back to the manor. You guys do get a couple of weird looks, making your way through there. I can go ahead and just clear drawings now while I'm thinking about it. You all do get a couple of weird looks from people, as you are hauling something that many people have never seen through the city streets. However, you all make your way back, and at this point, with the fight and everything, it's around probably like 7:30 p.m.
Can we try to get a letter or something to the detective, maybe?
If you would like to.
Yeah.
Sure. I would say make me a quick investigation check as well, just to see if you know like the closest carrier to your house that usually delivers letters. Sure. You know that the Dragonborn, the owner of the library, has a letter carrier that he regularly uses for the sake of taking books to people who are far across town. And Rashal gives you the reference to him. He said, "Oh yeah, I can deliver a letter for you. If you want to write it up, it'll be 1 silver if it's within the town."
It is. So I'll just write up that we have found the Nimblewright and have deactivated it, and that it's with us back at Troll Skull Manor.
You write it up and seal it inside of an envelope. He happily takes it from you. All right. Well, where's it going?
I wrote down his name. Hold on. I'm so bad at these.
Okay.
What was his name?
Barnabas Blastwind.
Yeah, Detective Barnabas.
All right. I know the Blastwind estate. I'll make sure it's delivered. Have a good evening.
Thank you. And then I'll go back.
He'll make his way off, running down the street, carrying his sword at his side. So, you all make your way back to the manor. What would you like to do?
All right. I would say we should probably lock. If we're gonna hold on to this and take it over tomorrow, we should probably lock in a spot that's not easily accessible.
Yeah.
The storage room next to the attic. We could try to lock that door, maybe, or I'd say down below, but that would be.
Actually, what I was thinking was the bathroom next to the library.
Yep, there's 2 bathrooms next to the library. You could do that.
Yeah.
I was meaning the inside one next to that. Basically, anyone trying to get there would have to come in through another room. There's no direct access except that one door, and that's. I don't think that's attached to the sewers. So.
No, yeah, bathrooms of this time were not attached to the sewers. They would have a, for lack of a better, you would have a chamber pot, and you would carry it down to a sewer access.
Yep. So, like, that's probably the most secure room we have in here. Just lock it up, maybe even put something heavy in front of the door, just to keep it shut in case, funny business. But no one should be able to access it, and it shouldn't. And if for somehow it wakes up, which I don't think it should, doesn't look like it should, but it shouldn't have an easy time getting out, without making a ruckus.
You can give me an intelligence check if you'd like to look at it.
Any skills give me extra benefit on that, or no?
Unless you have Tinker's tools.
I do not. Okay. Oh, well, that's okay. Maybe not a save, but it's the same thing. Never mind.
Yeah, it's the same
basically
thing.
the same thing.
So, you looking over it, you would know that Nimblewrights do have the ability to repair themselves. However, that requires them to be activated. As far as you're aware, a Nimblewright, unless it had some sort of spell access that allowed it to reactivate itself, this thing shouldn't be able to reactivate itself. And looking around it, with your investigation check earlier, you definitely did not see anything like that.
Okay. He's reasonably confident it's not getting up on its own, but he also doesn't want anyone trying to sneak in and grab it without causing a commotion.
All right.
Mhm.
Sure. You tuck it into the bathroom upstairs, lock the door, place a chair on the other side of the door in case. And what else would you guys like to do with your evening?
I guess we'll just relax.
Yeah. Oh, I'm going to this planter. I'm gonna take out the staff of flowers finally, and I'm gonna use 9 charges of it to create 9, like a bouquet of 9 azaleas.
Okay. Let me check one thing with the staff of flowers as well, real quick. So you wouldn't even have to use that many charges.
Oh,
It would create like the entire basically plant for 1 charge inside the planter.
Oh.
So
okay.
it would only take you 1 charge to do 1 planter. It'll basically take you. I'll say for the large planters, it'll probably take 2 charges, and
Okay.
then one charge per small planter.
I'm gonna spend 6 charges on the 3 planters on the first floor, just to purplish azaleas, greenish, and yellowish azaleas.
Sure. Get many multicolored flowers surrounding your planters downstairs.
Yeah.
Do we have a sign outside that announces this is the tavern?
You do. The sign outside, as you recall, is currently hanging from half a chain. And is
Okay.
in not great condition.
Can I work on first fixing the sign itself so it looks nice, and then maybe talking to Burstuck about if there's a way we can get it hanging back up, right?
Sure. You took Mage Hand, right?
I did.
Okay. Yeah. You can with your Mage Hand. You can very, very easily do that. At least taking down the sign by yourself, pretty easy.
'Kay.
As you can take down the sign and the chains on it. The chains are incredibly rusted. They look to be probably 25 to 30 years old, and they have not been maintained very well.
Okay.
But buying a new chain for it or making a new chain would not be very expensive at all.
Mhm.
And the sign itself is in some disrepair. It's very weathered. However, the wood seems to be in decent condition, and it can probably be repaired and then just repainted, and it would be fine.
Okay. So I'll just bring it in for now and see if Tali can maybe repair it at some point, and then eventually I'll want to repaint it. But for now, I'll bring it in and I'll talk to Burstock about the chains, because I don't do metal.
Oh, chain's pretty easy. I can probably. I'll talk with the smiths over nearby next time. I'm
Okay.
there.
Yeah, chains would probably only cost you about a couple silvers worth of metal to construct.
Okay. And then it's
Honestly,
late
with
enough
how
that
rusted those are, just probably best just replace them.
Yeah, they're definitely
can-
they're definitely not repairable. Looking at them, you might be able to smelt them down and remake them, but the metal's been outside for a long time. It's very corroded.
Okay. And then it's late enough. Tally's not open, right?
Yeah. As far as you're aware, he's usually not open past or at this time. He's
Okay.
usually only open about 2 hours after he finishes work for you all.
Mhm.
And he's not really open. He's just still in his shop.
Okay. Then that's it for me, at least.
All right.
Illyria's gonna go back to brewing.
Yeah. I'll have her roll that when she gets back.
Mm-hmm.
I'll absolutely make sure to spend the time to attune to the plate mail.
All right. Yep. You can definitely do that. And within 30 minutes of sitting with it, you feel as this plate mail shrinks to your size, still leaving ample amounts of room on the chest piece and the back of it for the proper amount of room to make sure that if you take a blow, it won't dent into your skin. But yeah, it form fits to you. You can
Now
now add
nod
your.
with some satisfaction, and I will bring my armor class back up because that actually could have, that would have brought me to a point where I could have probably stopped almost all of those hits, except the crit.
Crit is an auto success. Yeah. So, yeah. Anything else anyone would like to do? We got planters. We got signs being worked on. Armor has been attuned to. Brewing has been had.
I should probably go feed the cats.
Sure. Yeah, you can. You can very easily do that. Even if you're not saying that, I'm imagining that you're feeding the cats every morning and evening. So. Let me add your door in there as well. So yeah, you have a door that goes from here to here now. Kind of like right at the base of the stairs.
Okay.
So, anything anyone else would like to do for this evening before getting a fresh night's rest?
Nope.
Sure. So, first, like, you attune with your armor just in time to take it off and go to sleep.
I do.
As the rest of you guys settle in for your good night's rest. Everyone who is on the third floor, go ahead and give me perception checks.
I think I am.
Yeah, you are.
Okay.
You all sleep comfortably through the night. Silas, you do hear some sort of sound, as well as Azra, coming from what sounds like outside.
Can I get up and look outside?
Yeah, it sounds like for you, it sounds like it's happening out the front of the house.
This way?
Yep. You can kind of make your way out the front door and make your way over to a window.
Yeah.
Silas, would you also like to look out?
Yeah.
Okay. Kind of get out of bed and just kind of peer in the window that's right behind your bed and look out. As you look out, you see a figure shifting from the rooftop across. As you approach the window, they seemingly react and disappear.
Okay.
Watch as they kind of make their way sliding down the roof a little bit out of your sight, and you don't see where they run off to.
Okay. Can I go to where we're holding the nimble right?
Yep.
I'll move the chair and open the door.
Sure. You pass Azra and make your way to the bathroom, removing the chair. Nimble is still on the floor, laying in what looks like a very uncomfortable position if it was a person.
Okay. Is there like a window or anything in this bathroom, or is it completely
No, it's
closed
the
off?
internal bathroom. So it's the bathroom right here. So,
Okay, so there would be no
rather
way
than-
for someone to get into it anyway.
no. There would be no way for someone to get into it
that's
without
why I
breaking into the
picked it.
house.
Good choice, good choice. What time would this be? It would just be like a couple hours into the night?
Give me a survival check.
Sure.
You're not sure what time it is. It's sometime in
Okay,
the night.
well-
You know you're tired. Most
Yeah.
of the candles that you guys have lit prior are still burning. But you're not sure how much they've burned. Azra, if you want to give me a survival check as well, you can. I know what time it is. Nope. Neither of you have any idea what time it is. You know it's sometime
Great.
late, and you've been asleep for a little while when you heard this.
I'm too tired.
As
Yeah,
you're just
Silas
kind
is
of
feeling tired as well, but I don't know if he would be able to sleep knowing that there are people like creeping on the house. So I would probably move into like our common room and just like sit on a couch or something. Like try to stay vigilant. I might conk out like on the couch.
so you make your way down the floor to the common room.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure. You
Just
do
try
that,
to stay away.
and kind of keeping an ear out for any windows or anything like that. Throughout the rest of the night, nothing happens. Eventually, after a few hours of sitting there, you eventually kind of conk out on the couch that you guys have, and yeah. You all awaken in the morning, fresh, and nothing has happened.
I'll tell everyone else once everyone's up about what happened.
No, that's not good. I guess they know where we live, huh?
As you do wake up as well, the second and third, actually the entire house, is filled with the smell of what smells like fresh food.
Food.
Hey, food.
That's welcome. That's welcome. All right. Thing is, they probably already knew where we were because
Yeah.
of, fireball outside our front door,
Right.
and they're just identifying who we are. I'm sure we're going to be targeted. It's fine. They know where to find us.
Mhm.
It's just a thing we're going to have to deal with, I suppose. But another way to look at it is, well, they know where to find us. We can know where to expect them, and we might even get an idea who's coming after us.
Maybe we should keep a watch out at night, since they probably will come after us at some point.
Well, that's a thought for tonight. Let's go get some food.
Good idea.
Sure, you all can do that. Give me 1 second while I do something real quick.
Today I'm gonna bring Cooper down with me. No, wait, not Cooper. Rain,
Sure.
the Siberian.
Sure. You bring the smaller cat out with you for the evening. As it is quite difficult to get a hold of it. However, eventually you do. um, Sorry, I was finishing something while you guys were in combat, and I didn't quite finish it yet. Let's go with that. Boop. I'm not worried about that for now. Almost done. Sorry, chat. Give me 1 second. I was finishing a character. I hadn't finished Annabelle's character sheet, which is what I was working on. Alright. Because that'll make rolling a little bit easier. So. And she will go ahead and roll on this for the day. Wisdom. That. Oop. You all have
Ooh.
a very good meal for the day.
Ooh.
As you guys
Oh my.
as you guys have a fresh assortment of muffins, as well as in front of you, you do have a small pouch as well. And you can look in the pouch if you would like to. However, you guys do
Yeah.
have assortment of fresh fruits and other things as well.
I'm
Inside the pouch,
looking in the pouch.
inside the
Mhm.
pouch is a pouch of 10 berries that is sitting there.
Berries.
What are these?
Just something to help out with the day. They should be able to give you a little pick-me-up if you need them.
Oh,
Oh, that's very kind of you.
Keith, you would recognize them as good berries.
Ooh. Thank you very much, Annabelle. This will
course.
definitely come to use.
who wants to hold on to them? They'll probably get lost in my backpack or smushed.
No, man. I can keep a hold of them if no one else wants to.
I'll hand them numbers.
All right. You can hand them to Burstack. As yeah, you guys have a wonderful breakfast. As I just realized at some point when I cleared drawings, it cleared all of my drawings that were on the map. Yay. Definitely never did clear drawings on this page. So I don't know why it would do that, but whatever. And just here, all bottom floor.
And then half of the top.
Yeah.
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 And then this portion is floors are out. There we go. So, you all have your fill of a delicious muffin and fresh fruit breakfast. As there's a few things that I was going to take care of today. I have the interviews around lunchtime, which means I will be here for lunch. If you're around, I can go ahead and whip up something. I also have to go deal with the brewing supplies today. I'm just trying to get all of that knocked out so we can get everything freshly delivered to us before opening. Which, if you all are still planning on it, we can be looking at a week from yesterday.
Seems
Should-
good to me.
Yep, seems like a good one.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll reach out to a few town criers as well. So hopefully we can get the news out that the Troll Skull Tavern will be back open and welcoming guests. And is there anything else you all need me to take care of?
Well, if you haven't thought of anything yet, I'm sure you can let us know if you do.
All right.
Unless you had something. Sorry.
No, sorry. I really something else. I'm good.
All right. Well, I guess I'll just.
I've got a question. Do you know any good flower arrangements for, a tavern setting?
Well, sure. I mean, anything that's fresh will be fine. Just make sure it's
yeah.
something that, when they eventually pour their alcohol into it, which they will, that it'll survive it. Fresh flowers is fine as well, though. We can always replace those.
Gotcha. Alright, thank you very much.
Of course. And if you need anything, in the flower department, just let me know. I was looking into going to get flowers, but it seems like you all have some of it taken care of.
Yeah, don't worry, I got a thing or two for flowers.
Fair enough. Well, then I will just, I'll make sure to get all the supplies in here. We'll get everything downstairs. And did you all look into, anything else like the basement or anything like that? I know that, Miss O'Leary has her supplies down there for making alcohol. And she's working on that. And we'll probably get some of the ale supplies down there. I'll probably get some of the barrels down there. Might get some help with that. I'm sure once we get a few hired hands, so it won't be a problem.
Yeah. How big are these, by the way? Because we know it's 75 per like 5 foot square.
Second, and I will let you know, because that area is shrunk down. So that would be comparing it to this barrel, which these barrels would be 5 feet. So, for like that entire area, like wall to like, sorry. Let me go ahead and just give me a general area, like give me a shape area. If you can just draw
Well, I
it
was
real
thinking
quick.
for the cold storage, we'd only really. Would this part have to be cold as well?
You mean like
This
so
part
like
over here.
this much?
Yeah. So would that have to be cold too?
The other side of the basement? Not theoretically. I mean, if again, you don't have to have that many barrels of alcohol in there. That's just the default map.
Yeah.
And if you wanted to do just this area that I just marked, so that's about 30 feet long and about 5 feet wide. So you're looking at 75 times 6, which I can't do off the top of my head right now.
450.
Still over 400 gold. No, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. It was just something I was curious about while we were already on this page.
Yep, you're looking at about 30 square feet to coat that area behind the poles.
Okay.
And if you wanted to expand it out to the entire area, like on that side of the wall, you'd be looking at an additional 20 feet.
Yeah, I was thinking just like this corner too.
All right. That corner would be a little bit more, or it wouldn't be that expensive. That whole area would be probably an additional 600 gold.
Okay. So a little over 1,000 for.
That area would be about 40 square feet.
Okay. That was all I was wondering.
I'll go ahead and add an extra color in there as well, just for all the different zones, so you guys can decide what you want to do. So, yeah. Anything else you guys would like to do to enter your morning?
Oh, once Tally comes by, I'd ask about the sign.
All right. Yeah. So, Tally gets there about 2 hours after you guys wake up. You know that from every day. By the time he gets there, Annabelle has already headed off to get some of her work done for the day, and said she will be back at lunch for the interview. Tally would arrive in the morning. No, good morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
I appreciate the help yesterday, Silas. That made work going a lot faster as well.
My pleasure.
I just had a question about this sign. I took it down yesterday. How much would it be to possibly repair it?
Sure. Kind of walks up and kind of takes a hand on it. Grabs the wood, kind of squishes a little bit, kind of squeezing into the wood a little bit. And kind of flips it around a couple times. It doesn't actually dent the wood in any way, shape, or form, but you can tell he's kind of like squishing the wood a little bit. I mean, the wood's not in bad shape. You could probably resand it, repaint it, and everything for 5 gold. I could I can make you a whole new sign, probably with the exact same design for 10 gold.
Yeah. All right, we'll do that, and I'll give him 15 gold.
Oh, I appreciate it. Yeah, I'll work on that tonight. I can have that to you all tomorrow.
Okay, thank you.
Anything else you need before I start work?
Not from me. I don't know if any of the others do.
Nope, not as yet. Appreciate it.
He gives you a nod and walks out back, grabs some wood and starts carrying it. Makes his way out back to start working on the upstairs.
I probably tried to find something to just bag up the nimble right in as best I can, or wrap it up in something, maybe a blanket or something. I don't know.
You can pretty easily fit it into a backpack if you wanted to. If someone wanted to empty out their backpack of the supplies that it normally has in it, or if you wanted to go buy a backpack, you could just easily do that as well. They're not very expensive.
I've got a backpack, but I don't have a whole lot of stuff in it anyway. So.
Fair enough. Sure, yeah, you can unload your backpack and just do that for the day. So,
Okay. So we just need to take the nimble right out, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, and try to figure out the mausoleum thing?
Yeah, that.
go ahead and drag you guys over here for now then. So, you guys want to head to drop the other nimble right off, which I'll go ahead and show you where the House of Inspired Hands is, because you guys know where that is.
Mm-hmm.
And the other thing that you guys were going to do was head down to the City of the Dead and try to find that as well.
Yeah, the mausoleum.
Sure. Definitely do that. Which would you like to do first?
I think we
Probably
should
the
probably
heavy
talk to the guy.
nimble right?
Yeah, let's talk to Nim.
So, you all start your trick. I'm guessing not making any detours, as you don't have to anymore.
Yeah,
Yay!
yeah, we're good.
Straight down Delzorin Street all the way there.
Yeah.
Sounds like a plan.
Yep.
You all make your way down, traveling down Delzorin Street. Apologies, chat. Let me move you guys so you guys can see. Traveling down Delzorin Street to the House of the Inspired Hands. As you make your way there, you do see Nim out again, as he is now taking up his perch at the front of the building, the top of the building. As you guys make your way in,
I'll wave at him.
he does not wave back, as he is
I know.
supposed to be a statue. As you all make your way in, hold so I can find the NPC's name. Florida, sure. That's what I was looking for. As you guys make your way in, Valletta catches you guys as she's currently talking to a group who is asking her a couple questions. As she notices you guys, as the bronze dragonborn kind of waves to you and kind of motions to you like she'll be there in a moment. As she finishes up with the group after a short period of time. Oh, hello. Welcome back. Did you manage to solve the issue?
Yep.
Oh, that's wonderful.
You wanna, you have a room you want us to return the missing items?
We'll just head up to Nim's quarters. I'm sure he'll meet us there. As you go ahead and make your way up the stairs for a moment of time. Apologies, I was looking at something else. You guys make your way up to Nim's quarters as she knocks on the door, and shortly after there, Nim answers and opens the door and ushers you all in. As the Nimblewright proceeds to place itself down on a chair that is nearby. Is that it? She kind of points to the backpack that you're carrying. It looks a little bit lumpy.
Aye. You have a table, or where should I lay it out at?
Oh, and you watch as Nim kind of points over to a blank table on one of the sides of the room that looks to be his workbench.
I'll start pulling it out. I'll lay it out in a vaguely like, okay, it's a body. Like if there's any missing pieces, kind of putting them where they kind of probably belong. The circle is off, but might still be mostly intact. I don't know.
And Nim quickly takes a look at it, looking over it, kind of peering through pieces. As you watch as he goes to the central plate where the circle is, it takes a dagger and you watch as he just carves straight through the central arcane circle, making sure that it is currently not active. As it sits there and turns to you, as Valletta turns to you. Well, that's it definitely help, as it were. So I offered you a reward, as she will makes her way outside of the room, as you all stand there, a little bit uncomfortable, as Nim is a Nimblewright and does not speak, as he just kind of sits there motionless, staring at you a little bit.
I'm just gonna stand there smiling at him.
As eventually she comes back with a satchel of gold. Here you are. I still hand it to Burstuck. I also had, if there's something else you want, we have several inventions we could possibly offer you as well. On top of the gold, of course.
Like what?
Oh, that sounds interesting.
But, at the moment, we have a couple that we've been working on. Nim created a few of them, and I've been working on a few as well. One of them is a set of adjustable stilts. That can be anywhere. It can stretch anywhere from 2 to 5 feet. Takes about a minute to put them on. Stilts weigh about 8 pounds apiece, and they can give you a little bit of extra height. We have a backpack parachute, which can allow you to. It acts as just a backpack that you'd carry around on normally. However, if you are falling a longer distance, a distance over 60 feet, it will have sufficient time to deploy, and it will, lead you to the ground safely. We have this, as she brings out a small metal cube. This is a barking box. What it can do is you can wind it up, and it'll stay active for 8 hours. And whenever something comes within 15 feet, it will activate the barking mechanism, and it'll bark, letting you know that something is in here. You can either program it. It's got a switch on the back that allows you to do a smaller dog's bark or a larger dog's bark, depending on if you want it to be more of an alarm or more of a scare tactic. This is one of the things. We also have this, which is a matchless pipe. She pulls out a small pipe. It has a switch on the bottom that will basically activate a piece of flint that lights the pipe for you, so you don't need matches.
These are all very interesting.
Any one of them you can take.
Kind of like the backpack. That seems really cool.
Yeah, it does.
I remember. I missed part of what the last thing was again. That was the pipe was what?
It's a matchless pipe. It has
It's
a
a
switch.
self-lighting pipe.
It's a self-lighting pipe.
Interesting. Like the barking box, but either way.
Yeah, if we have people snooping around our house, it might be nice to have the box.
Yeah.
I mean, it's 15 feet.
Oh, I mean, if it's within 15 feet, that means it covers, 30 foot across.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it's pretty good. We just have to pick it up when the tavern's actually open.
Well, I
Yeah.
was figuring it probably better for some of the the upstairs areas in case someone's trying to get in through the top.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So either like probably the third floor or second floor.
Well, I not to interject as well, but I mean, you could always place it next to the front door. It'll work as many times as you want it to. It'd be a nice welcome for anyone entering the tavern. Be a bit odd for people the first time, but I mean,
It'd be a very interesting doorbell.
It would be
Yeah,
a very
yeah.
unique doorbell.
I think we should go with the parking cube.
I
Yeah.
second it.
Let's do it.
All right.
So I guess we're taking the barking box.
Yeah.
all right. She happily packs up the hands the barking box over to you. I forgot Sherry had that on there. Is 6 inches on each side. It has a little crank on the top.
And how much money is in the pouch? I'm not going to count it in front of her, of course, but how much is
Yeah,
in the pouch?
it's 500 gold total.
That's going straight in the tavern fund. All right. Did we get a? I believe that covers everything. If there's anything
Yeah.
else you need from us, feel free to let us know.
Of course.
All right.
I'm ready to head on out.
Off to the
we sent
city
a,
of the
Yeah,
dead.
as well.
we sent a message to the inspector, right?
I sent it yesterday. Yeah.
All right. Think we should try to check in on him, or
Yeah, we can check in on him and ask about this mausoleum, maybe.
Yeah,
yeah,
sounds like a good idea.
No, because we've already insulted one noble house in the past week, so I'm figuring may not want to immediately go off and insult another one right off the bat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so let's go to the detective. Or inspector, whatever.
Sure, you can do that. Apologies, trying to figure something out at the moment. Great. So you all make your way to the inspector's house. As you make your way over there, you as you arrive at his front gate, you watch as he is making his way out. Oh, good to see you. I was making my way to you.
I was just lucky then.
I got your message about the nimble right as well as the Is anything happened from the Growlhound situation?
Can we go inside to talk about this?
Oh, certainly. He will make his way make his way inside and to his office. Reopening the door and placing his hat on the coat stand and his coat on the coat stand, and we'll lead you all into his office.
Pretty sure the Growlhounds were in on whatever this or whoever were doing. I think it was faked, or maybe there's an internal squabble. Not sure, but her story didn't match up.
Yes, we felt the same. However, we weren't at liberty to do anything about it, the situation.
Nope, neither were we. May have called her out on her bullshit to her face, but that's what happens, I suppose.
Yes, that's usually how they handle those things.
Anyway, she not sure she knew where the Nimblewright came from or what it was working with or with whom, but pretty sure she was working with the Zents. She said they arrived about 5 days ago, and that the Nimblewright hadn't been acting up before 5 days ago. So the attack happened 5 days ago, and it's just like all the details there just weren't matching up. So it's just the way it was sounding, even though she seemed to be mostly honest about what she was thinking of the Nimblewright, the time frame she gave us implies I'm thinking those Zents were there well before. And if they were actually victims there, I don't know why she'd lie about how long they were there. So I have a feeling they're probably working with them.
Yes, that adds up to what we believed as well. The story that we were given was that the Zenitarum had arrived a while before. She wouldn't give us an exact amount of days, how long before, and that she was the victim entirely in the situation. And that's apparently something about the Nimblewright ran off. We're not sure about that. We believe that we're fairly sure that the Nimblewright's been spotted at her abode well before this, from what our sources are saying. We believe the Nimblewright was hers.
It wasn't hers. Or at least if it was hers, it was working for her after it ran off from where it came from originally.
Yes, that's what we mean. We believe that it was acquired by her at some point and is it was basically repossessed by her. It seems like it was listening to her as far as we're aware.
Got it. Well, we found it hiding in a pile of garbage in Black Dog Alley. So.
Fair enough. Well, that's at least something more to go on. Have you found anything else?
Oh, yeah. I have a map. And I'll pull it out and kind of unroll it and show them the map in City of the Dead. And something about, I think it was Castle Lantern?
Oh, yes. Sorry, I'll go ahead and let me spell that for you as well. I forgot I did not do that. The Castellantis.
Castellanter.
Yeah, they family, one of the families of the city.
Well, considering where they have it circled there and where the X is, I suspect that either there's something involved with one of the mausoleums possibly for that specific family, or maybe something underneath it. But or maybe is either I would suspect it's either a base or it's where they're thinking next to look.
Interesting. That's definitely a bit peculiar.
Would we be able to go and look?
Well, would you be able to go and look? Yes. Legally? No. All of those mausoleums are privately owned by the noble families or whoever owns the land. If you were to look there to gather information, you would have to do so under guard or we could go through the long process of attempting to get a warrant to look into it, which bureaucracy would push this to the noble house's attention, and there's a good chance that whatever would be there would possibly be gone by the time we looked for it.
Mm-hmm.
What are your thoughts on the Castellanders?
I mean,
Know anything about them?
give him a hold. I will give him a check. See if he does. I apologize. No, I haven't ever looked into them before. I know that they're I know of Amalia, Castellaneta, and Victorio. They're they've been here for a long time, and I know they're one of the noble families. Apart from that, I don't really know too much about them.
Okay, so not particularly remarkable, not particularly notorious. The kind of just another noble family that's not really had a whole lot of big name about them. Just
Yes.
not recently. Okay, so could be they just happen to be located somewhere that's of interest, and that's the only thing that's of note, or could be they're just being very subtle, or any number of things. All right, doesn't tell a whole lot.
No, I'm sorry about that. I do
No,
know
it's
that
alright.
the villa is up in the Seaward. It's right off of it's at the corner of Delzorin and Diamond, I believe.
Okay. Might have to seek other folks then who might have more connections that give us an idea of their kind of demeanor. Like, so essentially, my main thing is I don't want to be poking in their stuff if it's going to outright offend them. And if they're genuinely honest, then letting them know, hey, there's some criminal interest in your mausoleum could at least allow them perhaps to just say, well, okay, we'll let you go ahead and take a look then. But that's unfortunately, I ain't noble, so I don't think they give two shits about me.
No, and if they are trying to hide something, what I can tell you about the nobility of the city is that when they want to be noble about stuff, they're very forthright about it. When they want to hide stuff, they're very forthright about it. They will use the city guard to every aspect that they possibly can for the sake of protecting their own image.
That's fair. Well, like I said, I wasn't saying that. Not saying I think they're involved. I'm just saying that might be that they're being used, or someone's trying to use them to either throw off the scent or use their stuff without their knowing. So
There's a chance
could
of
be
it.
completely innocent on that. But like I said, don't know enough about them to know one way or the other.
Well,
Still, let's just start.
do you happen to know what their family was after? The Grauhund family, I mean.
Out of character, have we talked with him about that?
You've technically never told him about the Stone of Glore. No.
And how big of a myth rumor thing is the whole is it a widely known rumor that is
The name of the stone?
no, not the name of the stone. I meant the whole the Dragon Ball thing.
Oh, the Dragon Ball and the Stone of Glore and the Dragon Ball are basically known to everyone who lives on the entirety of this continent.
Okay.
It's a very, very widespread myth that exists. Whether people are believing it or not is an entirely different story.
Well, Inspector, to be honest, I think they believe they may have a lead on the Stone of Galore, or know where a piece of it is, and they're trying to find the Dragon Vault.
Oh. Interesting. So the Stone of Galore was the thing that tied all of these secrets to it. I would definitely keep that about you.
Yeah,
If any
I was
organization
honestly
got
really-
a whisper of that, that would definitely be... I can let you know that every single criminal organization would be at your doorstep in a short period of time.
that's why I'm trusting you with it, Inspector.
I appreciate that.
We haven't even told the guards about that.
Yeah, I know. I appreciate that. I will make sure to keep that under wraps.
Appreciate it.
If that's the case, you would definitely... I would definitely, that changes things. I would definitely go to the city, or definitely investigate the situation without letting the authorities know.
That's kind of why.
There are many... there are many, groups that have weaseled their way into the, you know, forces as well.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be
But-
worried about going and talking to the family too in the meantime. Like, even just mentioning the mausoleum could give them a heads up that we know stuff.
It could.
Well, no. That's why I want to find someone who knows something about them.
I do have a contact that is fairly good at digging up dirt, as it were. Quite next to your home. I usually don't rely on him for many things, as he kind of ties into my business a little bit when it comes to the investigation side of things. But he is a little bit better at me, I'll admit it, at finding out secrets, as it were. Hold. Let me pull up my notes, because I can give you his name again, which you guys have met him very briefly.
Is this my contact guy?
No.
I think it's Vincent Trench.
Yes, Mr. Trench. He is very good at finding out. He's a very good detective, as it were. He's very effective at finding out information, and he does so for a fee. But if you're trying to find any secrets out, he could possibly give them to you.
All right. Well, I think our main thing right now is the main thing we want to find out is what he might be able to know or find out if the castle enters have any skeletons in their closet that are connected to the main criminal underpinnings running the city right now.
Of course.
It's the Zents and the Eyeballs are the main ones we're running into. Mostly the Zents.
Right. Well, I would I'll look into what I can as well. I would suggest speaking with Mr. Trench and seeing what he can dig up as well. And if you want to check out the mausoleum yourself, I would suggest doing it under the cover of night and trying to be quiet about it, as it were.
Seems reasonable.
But, I do have some business to attend to. I appreciate you all for bringing all of this to my attention. This definitely closes up at least the case of the Nimblewright and the explosion, as it were. I will let the guards know of the situation, and I'll let them know of our findings. I will definitely keep out certain informations of certain things.
No need to go into motives, just what we got We got the primary actor resolved.
Exactly. Well, as it is, we can look into arresting a certain Zentera member again. We have a solid crime against him for a change. We'll speak with the
good.
Lord and Lady and seeing if we can get some truth out of them, and if not, we can always detain them for a short period of time on belief of not telling us the truth. It might get them to rethink about their life a little bit, at least.
Oh, also let them know that there may be a big squeeze coming down with Zentarum, so if they think they could save their own necks, they have to understand the quality of characters they're working with.
Yes. Well, best of luck to all of you.
Same to you, Inspector. Good hunting.
Thank you. To lead you all out, putting his coat on the way out. And yeah.
So I guess we should wait until night to take a look at the mausoleum then.
Probably.
Yeah.
Well, anything we need to do before then?
I was planning on taking a look, going back to the Bookworm's treasure, to take a look at the Druid book we got a while back. If anybody wants to accompany to take a look at that book, I'd be more than happy to have you along.
Yeah, I've got some work to do to finish a scroll anyway.
Is that close to home?
I think it's down the street, right?
Yeah, it's right by. It's the bookstore.
No, okay. Well, if you're going to be working there, then you'll both be there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
should probably be solid. All right, I'll probably put in a few more hours over at the smithy.
And then we can get some
Alright.
rest, get some lunch, and then go out tonight.
Okay, sounds solid.
So, you all make your way out, and apologies, where are you guys heading? Heading back?
Yeah, heading back to Troll Skull. I'm picking up Rain and taking Rain with me to the bookstore along with Azra. And I think Burstuck heading to the Smith, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So, you all head appropriately to the manor and other places accordingly. You can go ahead and anyone who's going to do work can go ahead and give me their associated roles.
Oh no.
Yeah.
You can roll guidance with those two if you want to as well. Okay. So, yeah, you're mainly you're just finishing up the general details of the armor, working on the pauldrons and working on the arms. You have most of the primary metal and design already done, however. So your roles kind of basically what they equate to is a couple of the details are not entirely as clear as some of the other embroiderment, but The armor is made and is in good condition. Well, we'll definitely pay you for that one.
I appreciate it.
Of course, this'll go ahead and give you 750 gold.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Oh, keep up the good work. We definitely need it.
All right, I'll keep at it.
We're stuck bringing home the bacon.
It's our primary money earner.
I will probably be investing a significant portion of that into the tavern too, because we could probably use having some of that as a sort of nest egg to fall back on if we need to.
Yeah.
So, Azra, you do gain 2 successes on the spell
That's 5 out of 5.
as you finish the scroll. As you are given 125 gold for the completion of the scroll.
Oh.
Money, money, money.
Almost halfway to the haversack.
Yeah. Anything else anyone else wants to do?
I'm at the Bookworm's Treasure, so to talk with the Dragonborn, with Rain in my hands, and about the book.
All right. So, sorry, go through that again. I apologize. I'm trying to deal with something in the background because someone hacked into my Steam account, so I'm trying to talk to people and figure out shit. Apologies.
It's alright. So I'm with Azra, so we came in together. I'm here for the Druidic book, and I have Rain with me.
All right. Yes. Looking over the Druidic book again.
Yeah. I think
Certainly.
I have a thing or two that might work.
Certainly. It's in the back room at the moment.
Alright. Can I go in the back room and get it?
Oh yes.
I'll just make my way in there.
You make your way back. The book is sitting out at the moment.
I'm gonna detect magic and take a close look at the book.
Sure, you can do that. You cast detect magic, and looking over the book, you get the same things you did before. The magic that is on the book is primarily nature based, surrounding it. However, what you do pick up now that you're looking for something else, you can pick up a certain lock on the book as you're looking into it. And as you feel out towards what you're possibly looking for, you believe that you are looking for a spell that is in the divination class, and it closely matches the spell locate animals and plants.
Okay.
And you believe that this is the spell that you were looking for to unlock the book.
That's great. I'm just gonna hold up Rain, force Rain to look at the book, and just for fun cast Beast Bond with Rain, and mind tell Rain to just take a look at the book, see if he can see anything.
Sure. You watch as Rain plays with the book.
Am I in the back room with him because I was working?
Yep. You watch as you turn around and you see Rain is now playing with the pages on the book and is chewing on like one of the corners of the book as well, a little bit.
I don't think that's gonna solve it.
Yeah, but I don't have the spell I need prepared, so I'm just gonna hang around for a little bit until you're done. Then we can head back.
The cat is a
I'm
thorough
gonna-
distraction.
Yeah.
So, you all continue with your daily stuff, and you all head back to the house at some point.
And then just do stuff around the house until I guess we'll rest and get ready to go out tonight.
Yeah. What time are we gonna head out tonight?
Should probably go late.
Maybe we should like sleep around 2 or 1 in the afternoon and then have like a long rest, maybe?
I'm not sure I'll be very tired at lunchtime.
What time are we expecting to leave the manor then?
What time does everyone think we should go? It just needs to be night. We just need to go at
Yeah.
night.
Yep, you guys do know it is
Um,
summer, so nighttime you're looking at closer to like being as it is getting to the middle of the summer. You're looking at probably like 9 p.m. when the night
Okay.
sets. It is pretty late for when the when the sun actually sets.
So we could probably take a nap for a
Yeah.
few hours. And then leave at like 10 or so, or 11.
Yeah.
So we'll just do stuff around the tavern until then, and then we can nap and then go out.
When he gets back to the manor, we're just gonna eat lunch from Annabelle and then take a long rest until we need to leave.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
With my armor, could I put on, like, since if we're trying to be stealthy, I know plate mail is not stealthy. Could I potentially put on just like, put it down like as a breastplate or like half plate or something that doesn't.
Not for the
isn't
way that
quite
it's
as noisy?
constructed.
Okay.
What you can do is you can buy what is the, trying to think of what it is. It's like armor pads that cost extra money. That allow you to no longer have the disadvantage on stealth. Basically, it's basically padding that goes between you and your armor. How expensive it is, I am not entirely sure. I will have to look that up for you.
It's probably not something I'd want to have to wear all the time, but like when I have to be stealthy, I was like, I need something to try to reduce some of the noise.
Yep. Yeah, you can definitely look into that. I'm trying to find it because I know I know there is a way to do it. Because, like, mithril armor doesn't do it. But there's a secondary item that you can buy that also does it. I'll look into it between sessions.
Okay.
For now, however, no. You would have to have disadvantage with the armor for now.
Okay. Good to know.
Pass without a trace will help a little bit, as well.
Yeah.
I know it gives like a +10, so.
Yeah, it's a flat +10 to everyone.
Mm-hmm.
So, what are the rest of you guys doing?
We're just hanging out until we go nap and then go out, I think.
Alrighty.
Keith, after lunch, is taking a long rest until we need to go.
Sounds like a plan. You all settle in for your your long rest, as it were. Anyone who's taking a long rest. The rest of you guys, all of you guys do have a very good lunch and a very good dinner that Annabelle has prepared for you. As you settle in for lunch, you do watch as two individuals come along. You believe they're probably the two individuals that are for the interviews. One of them, the first one that comes in, is a human male. As he walks in, he introduces himself to all of you. Oh, hello. I'm here for the interview. I believe my name. I'm tired. My name is Galadon, and it is lovely to meet all of you. During the interview, kind of goes through the interview process. Is anyone sitting in for the interview, or most of you guys just kind of letting Annabelle take care of it and just kind of listening in?
I am absolutely letting Annabelle take care of it.
Yeah.
Okay, so everyone's just you guys are just kind of listening in general, not actually participating.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no. Burzdick is not good with people, generally speaking. So he's just like, I'm not. No.
Sounds like a plan. As you guys listen in, he gives quite a courteous interview. He seems like he is a very good people person. From what he says, at least, he has quite a bit of experience. He has been a bartender at several different taverns, and has worked a fair amount of time overall in the city as a barkeep. He left his former job due to finding out that they had ties with the Xanathar's Guild, and due to some activities that he didn't feel comfortable not talking about with authorities, that he left that job. You guys can react accordingly, or you can not say anything, as he will as he makes his way. He does show his way around a tap room as you watch as Annabelle has him carry several glasses on a platter, which he does so very successfully, quite nimbly as well. However, you definitely can tell that his primary position definitely is behind a bar. As he does step behind the bar, he seems to be most at comfort as you watch as she kind of goes through the action of like, oh, well, this customer is now addressing you. You watch as he quickly, despite pouring, he doesn't actually pour anything or anything like that, but he is going through the motions of it. Even the motions of, for someone who's faking doing these actions, he's definitely very used to what he is doing. He looks very comfortable as he's addressing the fake patrons that she has him addressing. As she kind of gives him a nice smile. Good. It seems like you're definitely a fit for behind the bar. I'll let you know. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. And these are the respective owners, correct? Oh, yes. They're the owners of the establishment. Well, to you all, I appreciate the interview, and I hope that I'll be working with you shortly. He takes his coat and his cap that he has are not the nicest you've seen. They're definitely not noble status, but they are quite well maintained. They look like something that's probably 5 to 6 years old. That's just quite well maintained. As he makes his way out. Well, you all listened in. Is there anything you want to chime in on?
Seem good to me.
Yeah, we're not really. Oh, I'm not.
I got no complaints.
As a character.
Right, fair enough. I have the next interview in a short period of time. I'll go ahead and I'll finish up lunch for you all real quickly, and then we'll get that going. She does do that indeed. The second person who comes in is, let me NPC generator it. I didn't have this one. Where is the thing I'm looking for? Here we go. Sure. There we go. Let me just add this to that folder for now. There we go. So the next one that walks in is a shorter gnome. With short curled white hair and red eyes. She's got white skin and is a little bit taller than Annabelle, but is roughly around the same height. When I say she has white skin as well, she's has very, very white skin, like albino skin almost. As she makes her way in. Oh well, thank you for the interview. Where am I? Oh, all right, we're going over there. She follows Annabelle back. She seems very nervous. As she makes her way past all of you.
If she's nervous, I'm gonna be giving this person extra hard die.
Okay. You can very easily do that.
Like, I'm just trying to figure out if sizing them up. Like, why would she be nervous about this person? Unless, are they a threat?
Oh, it doesn't seem like Annabelle's nervous. It seems like the person who came in is nervous.
Okay. I thought I got it mixed up then.
Yep. Sorry, talking similar accents. She makes her way past your group. Everyone give me perception checks.
The second one's O'Leary's.
Yep.
Oh, we have the same perception.
Great. Passes by you and makes her way to the interview. As you all and she kind of goes through the motions. She in general seems a little bit jittery. She talks a little bit loudly as she seems to be a little bit uncomfortable. She's also not entirely the most cleanly person, especially compared to the person that you had just met. She seems to be a little bit less well off as she goes through everything. And eventually goes through the interview as she's carrying glasses. I'll just go ahead and roll this for her because for her it actually matters. For him it doesn't. He's gonna be behind the bar more. Yeah, she actually does a very good job for holding the glasses and maintaining the glasses vertically at all times, and kind of twirls a little bit every once in a while. She definitely does have some experience from what you can tell around the restaurant. As she is given time behind the bar, you can very much tell she is uncomfortable. When it comes to the charisma side of things, it's definitely a little bit lacking. It's not horrible. Like, it's not like one of those people you wouldn't want to be served by at a restaurant. But you can definitely tell she's a little jittery. She stutters from time to time. She definitely continues to talk a little bit loudly. A little bit louder than some of you are comfortable with, as she is a little bit nervous. But overall, she has a relatively decent interview. And on her way out, she looks a lot more comfortable. As she will make her way out. Well, she's a lively one, but she'll learn. Fantastis is her name as well. I apologize.
Any idea why she was so nervous?
I'm not quite sure. I've met her before, and she's never been that nervous around people. You all do have quite an aura around you, and you do have names around the town, though. People do know who you are, so... First deck.
Yeah.
I want you to go ahead and give me another perception check.
Okay.
Alright. In this situation, you definitely didn't know this. But you do notice that as you kind of get up from your chair, your coin purse feels a little bit lighter.
Hmm. I'm gonna check and see. Is it cut open? Or
Where you had placed the bag of 500 gold in your coin purse that you had received earlier today is gone.
Hey, Annabelle, you know where she lives?
Yes?
Why don't you lead it to her? Because I'm missing a pouch of 500 gold.
Can I check
Oh.
my pouches after he says that?
Sure.
And check mine
You'll-
too.
You all check your pouches. You all are fine. She seemed to have specifically noticed Burstuck's slightly heavier pouch of the 500 gold. You know what? I have a more interesting idea for her. Why don't we tell her that she's been hired? And we invite her back tomorrow.
Alright.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
I know her personally, and she's fallen into this trouble before. So it might be better to address the fact and act like we don't know any better.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take care
Alright.
of it. I apologize for that. As I said, she's fallen on hard times, and I was hoping that she wouldn't go to her old ways. However, if she doesn't turn up tomorrow, I'll definitely lead you all to her house personally, and we'll get the situation dealt with.
I appreciate it.
Of course, I'm sorry for that. sometimes
Okay.
there's just nothing you can do with people.
Mm-hmm.
Try to cut someone a break. This is how they deal with it. Well, I'll go work on dinner, and I apologize again for all of that.
What you're doing.
As yeah, you all have a delicious dinner as well. Not even gonna make her roll because she crit today, so it's just all the food's good. And it settles into the evening. As Annabelle will make her way out for the evening. Is there anything you guys would like to do forcing into the later part of the evening? Or are we just waiting to go investigate the mausoleum?
I think
Just waiting.
I think we're just waiting.
So, at that, we'll go ahead and call session. We'll save the mausoleum adventures for the next session.
All right.
Sounds good.
She rolled a fucking 24 on that sleight of hand. I was like, oh shit.
Wow.
Oh man.
Silas was so
Oh,
close.
Yeah.
So close.
I wasn't sure if I should say anything about the 23. I
No,
figured.
I saw the 23 and I was like, oh, that's so close. Chat can confirm they saw the little roll that happened. It was one of those things I was like, oh man, that's rough. No one's gonna see that shit. So, thank you guys for joining us. This has been our 10th session of Dragonheist. We'll be back on Wednesday for the continuation of Sophie at the Guild and Beyond, episode 29. And hopefully back next week as well for the 11th episode of this campaign, where hopefully we're going to be picking it up and doing it every week again, as my schedule has opened up, and hopefully it'll stay that way, at least until my son comes back. So, yeah, does anyone have any announcements or anything before we head out?
Nope.
Not here.
No.
Thanks for the session.
Yep. Oh, if anyone is interested in a one-shot as well, I advertised it in Vandalis's Discord and my own Discord. Make sure you join my Discord if you want to check it out. But I will be hosting 2 one-shots. One on the 13th at 8 p.m., July 13th at 8 p.m., and the other one on July 15th at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Tuesday, and then 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the 15th. If you are interested in joining, new players are the first accepted, and we'll go through character creation and all of that. And even if you're more veteran and you just want to play a session, just let me know, and we can probably squeeze you in there as well. Veteran players will be more of a first come, first serve basis, so do let me know early on. And yeah, we'll see you guys again on Wednesday, and hopefully next week as well for this campaign. So have a good weekend. Bye.
Bye.
See ya.
Alright, so that orc just right off. Ogre, even. He's gone. Marius.
See this jerk?